Welcome to the Movie Babies. I am Devin.
And I am Sean.
And this is a movie trailer review show.
We're going to be talking about our opinions that you probably don't give a shit about.
But you've downloaded it.
It's too late
It's
now.
on your phone. You can't take it off.
You can't back out.
Not on this new age of internet piracy and security and Trump Nation.
Mm-hmm.
The phones are in your brains now,
Yeah,
Sean.
they're monitoring you.
Haven't you been listening to this news?
This news about
Phone brains?
No, but I can get the gist of it. I mean, I've been having phone brain problems for years now, probably.
Have you ever have the thing where your thigh tingles and then you check your phone and guess what, Sean? Your phone's not there.
Your phone, it's a ghost phone.
It's a ghost phone and you have the tingle on your leg.
It's actually the ghost of your previous cell phone that you sent away to upgrade for your new one.
Yeah, because it haunts you.
Yeah, and it's like, remember me? Remember the T9 function? We're going to be talking about things like movie trailers and not so much cell phones for the rest of the episode. So we're just going to get it out of our system.
Let's get it out now. That was our politics talk.
We got an actual show coming up here for the rest of this, where we're going to talk about Anne Hathaway's new film, Colossal,
And
with score by friend of the show, Bear McCreary.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I talked to Anna the other day. She's like, Bear scored that. I was like, oh, fuck, we didn't even talk about that.
We'll have to tag him on this.
Yeah, maybe not.
What was the other trailer we reviewed, Sean?
We reviewed the new Alan Arkin and fucking Michael Caine and why am I blanking on?
The black one. Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Sean?
Yeah. We're talking about the new Alan Arkin, Michael Caine, and Morgan Freeman trifecta buddy team-up heist movie, Going Out in Style?
Going in style.
Going in Style.
Gangnam Style.
Mm-hmm. With our good friend Joe Olmstead. All right, well, let's get into it.
You don't remember anything last night, huh?
I got really melodramatic, didn't I?
Told me that you weren't really on a vacation. That you've been looking for a job for a year and your boyfriend didn't work out.
You are out of control.
What?
I've packed your things. They're in the bedroom.
What?
Okay. Intro battle. This is the part of the show where we try to come up with a really quick pun about the title or something to segue into the...
This is where we test out our improv skills.
Which we don't have.
We've discovered there's none. Zero.
We don't have any.
Failing colossally.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're already better at this now.
In Nacho Vegalando's new film Colossal, Anne Hathaway plays a down on her luck single trying to come up on her luck and also not crush Korea. That's all I got. I don't know.
That was just a plot.
That was just the plot.
That was just a plot.
Wait, can we first look up the definition of a pun? Then I feel like I'll be standing.
Well, just like...
Joe, you got one?
Joe, you need to save us here.
I was wondering if I could do a different movie with you guys instead. No, I don't have one.
Okay, I'll start off with an interesting fact.
Okay, go.
Interesting fact. The trailer we just watched, Colossal, had a lawsuit in May of 2015 because it was too similar to Godzilla.
Yeah, it's like a parody of Godzilla, right?
In what point in that movie did Breaking Bad start dancing around and Godzilla, was doing the hustle? Did not take place.
Bryan Cranston
Yes.
didn't do that.
Did not happen.
No. Well, because we can't start the program properly, at least we should introduce our guest. We have celebrity guest Joe Olmstead in the house.
Hey, what's up?
Doing some commentary on Colossal, this new Anne Hathaway, Jason Sudeikis monstrosity.
I think you nailed it.
Okay,
There it is right there.
Good. Done.
Joe, what can you make of this trailer that we
Please.
just watched? Because we watched it multiple times, and I still don't know why it's being made.
Okay.
What's the purpose? What's going to happen in it?
They're doing a good job making me want to go see the movie to answer all those questions, I guess. You kind of... This is the first time I've seen this trailer. I guess should we break it down?
Go for it.
First of all, I saw some actors that I like in a movie that's kind of got like it's like American Werewolf in London kind of thing, where you're like, what did I do? You know, I'm the monster. You're figuring that out, and she's like,
she doesn't remember anything.
She's not like, she's probably piecing it all together throughout the movie, and you have Anne Hathaway, like you said, she's kind of like down on her luck. She's probably like a 30-something who's just like...
Bit of a train wreck, maybe?
A train wreck is a great way to put it.
Looking for a job. Her boyfriend left.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a little bit of all of this. Like, she's picking up the pieces from a meltdown of some sort, but this is like a very tongue-in-cheek take on that dilemma that a lot of us are going through at this moment. With like... I don't know, the monster within, or like we're our own worst enemy kind of thing.
Like, what's a Jekyll and Hyde situation?
Yeah, that as well. And you've got...
Or like, I don't have any control of my life, but I have control of this. I'm the avatar for this giant monster.
Yeah.
That we all go through, you know.
And the monster is your early 30s.
In your early 30s, hates Korean people.
Because when you're like in your early 30s and you don't have kids to focus on and provide for, you yourself are still the kid, and you are an absolute monster.
There you go.
But everybody would agree,
We
right?
just solved this movie.
Done.
This movie's a lot deeper than I thought it would be.
It's metaphorical, and it's also, I guess the timing of it is pretty good. I guess if they're getting lawsuits from Godzilla because all of these giant monster movies have been coming out and are in the works, it may be just good timing, I don't know, for this movie.
Yeah. Giant monster is kind of like the new It subgenre right now.
The new zombie?
Yeah, it's like the new
It's the
zombie.
new zombie.
But everybody keeps fumbling it, I think, and this movie being a comedy might be able to like redeem itself just on the nature of like it's kind of making fun of that shit.
I agree with you completely, because I feel like I'm pretty let down every time another big monster movie comes out. I'm kind of in that mode of, well, maybe this time it'll be like really, they'll get something right or whatever, and then maybe this will be I'm saying it again, maybe this will be the movie where it's like, because they have a different place to like cast stones at the one that takes itself seriously, this one will be more entertaining because of it.
I'm still holding out for the Rampage remake.
Will this movie be like fit into the zombie land of the big one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be fun enough for us to... They
That's
don't
a
have
good
to
point.
take
Or
things seriously.
Was it Warm Bodies, where he's like the zombie, but he has like the feelings and he can talk, and
He's got the feels.
and he's like a human. This is like a monster, but she controls the monster, so the monster is basically like a person.
Okay, which segues me to my immediate question. The question I had in Assassin's Creed, the question I have in Colossal. When she pisses, do we see the monster piss?
Whoa, straight to the piss.
I don't fuck around in instances of the piss.
To answer that, we need to answer this.
Okay, go.
Is she only the monster when she's in that park?
That's what I surmised too. What made you think that?
Because they kept showing her in a park when she did monster stuff.
But there's like scenes where, I don't know, towards the end she's running around the streets, I imagine in Seoul where the monster actually is, and there's other times where it looks like she's like trying to do like a fight stance.
Yeah,
I think
she's like real stealing
monster
it
or something.
Yeah.
But most of the time she's in this park.
Like an Avatar situation. As opposed to, like, I kind of mentioned, like, American Werewolf in London. It's not that. She's not, like, turning into the monster. She's, like, an Avatar kind of scenario. Okay.
And that's kind of where I'm having trouble jumping on this trailer train, is that there's there's so many rules I don't have answers for that, you know, typically that can be a positive for a trailer. It's like, how's this going to work? What's going to happen when they open that door? I need to see, so you go see the movie. This one, I'm like, I don't know what the rules are for this monster is. I don't know. Is she always this monster?
Yeah.
Is she only the monster when she's at the park? Does the monster piss when she pisses?
Right.
I don't have any of these answers, and so rather than being like, oh, I really want to go in the theater, I just give up halfway through the trailer. It's like, I don't know.
Too complicated.
There are too many questions.
I mean, in a time where we need premises to get a little more complicated and convoluted just to stay engaged because our minds can handle more and we're so oversaturated with like, oh, the plot's Beauty and the Beast, go fuck yourself. Like you need some type of like unanswerable like, what the fuck did I just watch, I think, to hook anybody?
Yeah.
Maybe this is a strength of this, is like, yeah, come see this new original movie idea where we have our own rules and our own universe. Like, do you think when you were a kid and you watched the Gremlins trailer, you were like, they what now? You've got a fucking what to make a gremlin?
But they give me the rules in that one.
But do they in the trailer?
Let's look it up.
Okay, we should find that out at some point. Because I think, like, there's a strength to not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I'm using that wrong.
What?
But,
I think killing the baby.
Selling the baby.
And then you drown him in the bathwater.
With the meth. I don't think you got... to answer my own question, I don't think you got the rules of Gremlins in the Gremlins trailer.
Yes.
I could be totally wrong. But, like, I kind of appreciate that this movie is like, you're going to have to find out. And we think you're smart enough to come and ask.
Oh, joke's on you, movie. I'm not smart enough. I'm just a big dummy boy. I don't know what's going on in your movie.
This trailer does give you enough to like make you want to dissect and figure out how those rules could even exist. Like,
right.
Has she been controlling this beast like from this time to this time? When did it start and where does it end? And yeah, all of those things are kind of, the piss thing is obviously just coming up
It's
over
on
and
everybody's
over.
mind.
So and yeah,
Because everyone wants to see Anne Hathaway piss. Has she ever pissed in a movie?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. All right. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll be writing that later tonight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think just based on my cursory watch of this, I think she only becomes the beast in the park, and at other times it's just there in the city, but it's not moving. I think they show like a shot where it's just like standing there.
My instincts too was even that it just disappears.
Oh, okay.
And maybe it's not around, and then it keeps showing up.
Interesting.
When she shows up, and then when she's scratching her head because she has like ticks in her hair. Is that what they said?
That's what they said. I think they meant it metaphorically, but
It's like it's a nervous twitch.
Yeah.
She does like
Okay,
this.
it's how she knows.
She has the ticks in her hair, and
The
then
dandruff
is
itch.
getting the dandruff out, and then it's moving, and then to back up a little bit about maybe I don't need all the answers,
Yeah.
but I do need this answer. Is this a comedy? Is this an action? Is it a black comedy? Is it a white comedy?
It's definitely a white comedy.
What color
I saw a lot
comedy
of white
is this?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because here's a thing I heard. I did hear rumors that maybe it is a little darker than the premise is. We get kind of hints of it where she's like, ouch, my head hurts. And they're like, oh, that was a helicopter.
Oh yeah, those people died.
Those people died.
it's
And
a
she's
two-way
like,
street.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, what? The pilot died and everything?
Yeah.
Right.
Because she's very depressed throughout the part of the trailer. It looks like when they're in the diner, she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this fucking sucks." So
if the movie takes a turn where she's accidentally murdering people,
She definitely
maybe
is.
even her friends, like that could be interesting. Where now it's like, oh, you thought it was this her doing like King Kong juggling tricks and trying to show off for this monster, but really she's murdering people, and now she has to deal with that.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple things there. One, this is taking place where, like you said, in Korea. It's in Seoul.
Where the monster is.
Yeah, the monster is in Korea. She is all the way across the world, and it's reflecting what she does. And we're saying that maybe it's just in the park. Okay, if that's the case, don't go to the park.
Yeah, stay out
You're
of the
done
park.
with the park.
Don't go to the park.
Once you figure that
You
out,
can't. Yeah.
don't eat them. Don't feed them after midnight. Yeah, that seems.
But Joe, I think where you really wanted to go was the political aspect. Things are happening overseas. People are dying.
And it's all because of this white person that's just flinging their arms around.
And they think it's a
Pulling the
game.
strings. White people pulling the
And
strings.
it's a game to them, right?
Yeah.
And they don't know.
They're disconnected until they turn into that monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is
It's a movie about learning that your actions have consequences.
Which a lot of white people are disconnected from.
Yeah.
yeah.
Still haven't figured that one out.
Shame, you guys.
So, okay.
We see you, white people.
Yeah.
We see you.
I want to know why her homie squad consists of Jason. I play the same character in every rom-com Sudeikis.
Yep.
Home run every time.
I mean, fine. But what was the movie he was just in with him and other brown-haired cute girl?
We're the Millers.
No, you're just looking at IMDb.
I am. You caught me.
It was the rom-com where they were like both total fuck-ups and they were sex addicts and they were like, well, we'll just hang out together.
Sleeping with other people.
Yes, thank you. Same guy.
Bill.
Like, that guy walked into the set of this movie and was like, I'm gonna be this same guy. It's like the same continuity. It's like our Baywatch Chips theory where they just shot the same movie on the same sets. Both movies on the same sets.
Different thing I feel like I've seen him do is like when he's on Last Man on Earth.
Oh, okay.
Like he's like he has a little bit of a more of a straight man tone.
Yeah.
Than he's usually like kind of an arrogant jokester.
Very proud of himself kind of jokester guy. Him, he's in the Homie Squad, and one of the Soggy Bottom boys is in the Homie Squad. And why is that guy in this movie?
Wait, which guy?
In the scene where they're at the park and she's doing the dance, he's holding the laptop.
I'm blanking.
I want to call it No Country
brother,
for Old
where
Brother
art
Art. Yeah. Keep wanting to call it No Country for Old Men.
God, I can't even picture it
He's
anymore.
like the little guy who's in the team. That's a fucking weird thing to say.
And Sean, you didn't even mention Dan Stevens from The Guest.
Oh yeah, he's the boyfriend.
Which piqued me instantly because I like him, but
Yeah, I noticed. I saw a little bulge rise.
yeah, I mean it's all out in the studio.
Here's
but
the question. Also from Beauty and the Beast, right?
Yeah.
So is he going to turn into that beast
And
later in the
battle
movie?
and battle the Groot monster.
Yeah.
And he's just doing it to teach her a lesson.
Ooh. You want to hear? I've been here. You want to talk about an inner beast? Look at this, and he ripped off his shirt and just chest hair,
Nice.
like a bear.
Is this movie a callback to the Ashton Kutcher Butterfly Effect movie?
In what way?
In the way that
Is there
what
a
she
butterfly?
does physically creates. It's the theory that if a butterfly flaps its wings in fucking Chattanooga, then there's like a tornado in Korea.
Ripple
So
in,
you're
the,
saying-
in the water.
The dirty deeds you do in a park,
Are done dirt cheap.
They have worldwide
Yeah.
you don't know.
effects.
You think no one's looking,
But
but that window's open
that glory
next
hole
door.
has consequences.
That's the tagline.
It sends a shockwave through the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so even discussing it, I thought maybe my answers would kind of,
To the surface.
come to the surface and I'd feel a little more comfortable. I still don't know where this movie's going. Where do you think this goes?
Is there going to be a story arc for Anne Hathaway? Is she gonna figure it out? I mean, she's gonna. Do you think that we're supposed to gather that she's just a really selfish person, and that now she's gonna start thinking of others because
Maybe.
of this?
I mean, I think with the like loose impressions of like, oh, maybe she's got a drinking problem because she doesn't remember the night before, and her boyfriend threw her out and was like, "You're a mess, and I've already kicked you out." And her coming home to are they brother and sister?
Well, Dan Stevens is the boyfriend, and then Jason Sudeikis is like either an old friend or a brother type. He's a brother type.
He's a brother type, yeah. And so she's kind of like incapable of adulting, to use a bad 2017ism. So I guess what my hope would be is that her arc becomes, let me be unselfish by learning to control this inner monster, outer monster, via a battle with another monster. I want there to be a
That's
second
what we
monster.
need, right? We
Yeah.
need. That's because the whole time we're showing her like practice punch, and I can't remember in the scene. Do we see her punch a helicopter?
Is that when it happens?
Yeah, she was kind of doing something like she was
Gearing up for a
fighting. Yeah, and like she must. Otherwise, yeah, don't go back to the park.
Okay, so that's good. I like this. Now we're just kind of fanficking this. But, like, once she finds out, oh, I go to the park and it causes this, they're probably like, let's stay out of the park. And then another monster comes and they're like, we gotta go back to the park to fight this other monster.
You're the only
that's
one that
good.
can stop this.
And she's like, that's not my responsibility. And they're like, this is how you learn responsibility.
Is you turn into a giant monster.
It's pretty hacked,
Yeah.
but it's probably what's gonna happen, right?
Do you think the other monster could be controlled by somebody that sucks?
I like
she has
that
to
idea.
fight another person when they could really just go fight it out without killing everybody in Korea.
Yeah, it's either the boyfriend or it's
Or it's
Jason
Godzilla.
Sudeikis. Or it's Godzilla.
And
it's
that
just a
makes,
tie-in.
and then it brings the lawsuit back.
Yeah.
Here's my real question. You guys, I think you misunderstood it. I don't care about this, like,
Probably.
what's inside her and how she's
Okay,
going to
okay.
change.
Gotcha.
My real question is, where did this monster come from, and is it an evil wizard?
Is there like a Stephen King curse kind of thing she does? She fucks with somebody the night something cast on her where now she has a monster avatar.
I like that. Maybe in her blackout stupor, somebody curses her and she wakes up to this, and it just kind of appears. It's just like a weird manifestation.
Yeah, or it's like, Spider-Man when Venom, it's like a symbiote. And it takes control of Spidey. Did this thing like crawl into her brain when she was sleeping, and now it like pissed out of her, and now it's a giant monster?
Oh, I see.
Could be. All right. I'm not gonna talk you out of that idea.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember like who else is in the cast. I mean, we kind of are all over the place, but we've got Anne Hathaway, we have Dan Stevens, who's probably a limited role, excellently cast as a beautiful hunk. Jason Sudeikis is the brother.
Do you think this movie will have any speaking roles, any roles of substance for the Korean people, or will they just be there to be moshed on?
Yeah, can the American audience have some Korean character development? Can we?
Don't know if we can handle that.
This is not a big production movie.
It's not? Yeah. What's the budget on this baby?
Like, that's a great question. But I know it's like...
I thought you were going to like hit me with that. I was setting you up.
Just I know it's by eyeball check. He says it doesn't have a budget.
Well, the production company is Neon, which I've never heard of before. Yeah. The director, Nacho...
Libre?
Has done some stuff I have not heard of.
Give me one or two titles.
Let's hear it.
Okay, here's one. He directed Colossal, Open Windows, ABCs of Death.
Oh, yeah.
He did segment A.
Okay.
Does that?
Up and comer.
Yeah. Anything is possible.
Except for paying those Korean people to be in this movie and say some lines.
Joe, you've heard a couple episodes of Movie Babies, but the real test is, can you explain to the Movie Babies how the rating system works?
All right, so you've got, it was born out of a Regal Cinemas ad that ran where people are so excited to be at movies, they're saying really dumb stuff to each other. They're like, I'm out at the theater. I've got my my snacks. I got my ices, and they just can't help themselves. They're like confessing, like, I like movies a lot, like a lot. Isn't that one of them?
Yep.
So you cool if I scream like a lot?
Is that all they're talking about?
Yeah.
I like movies a lot. Or no, it's zombies or
yeah, that's one of them.
In space with zombies.
There's a zombie one. There's a robot. I like robots a lot. Or
I love robots.
Yeah, those are the
I like
things.
zombies a lot.
That was like a great Sherlock Holmes episode, and you just unraveled it, and I was following along. I was like, get there, get the zombie one, get the zombie one.
He's got it. It was like
Elementary.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. We were just like cheering him on.
It's a tough thing to do.
Turn the monkey, turn the monkey.
Yeah.
There's 3 fucking parts.
Turn it upside down. Well, you guys are my temple guards, and I was ready with the tokens. What did they give the temple cards? The pennants.
Big piece of the aggro crag.
Yeah, I want the Craig.
So just to sum up, the lowest one is like a lot. The middle one is in space with zombies, and the top rating you can give it is I love robots.
No, you got that totally backwards.
What do you mean?
I love robots is the lowest rating.
Okay, flip it, reverse it.
Put your thing down.
Do you know if you put it backwards, she says the same thing that you said earlier?
I believe it.
Then the internet was very crazy. Here's the thing: doing Movie Babies, I'm on Twitter now, so I know all the trending stuff. And the Missy Elliott video, where she reverses the lyrics.
Oh.
If you unreverse it, it's the same forward and back. What's that called?
It's a palindrome. Are you reading Twitter from 2002?
I think that's how Twitter works. If you sign in now and you haven't been on it in the last 10 years, it just takes you back to that time.
Let me catch you up. Devin, now that you're on Twitter, are you acclimated to concept of Black Twitter?
Don't know what that means.
Okay.
Am I on the wrong Twitter?
You might be on the wrong Twitter.
Well, you could be on either.
Yeah, I can kind of switch back.
You can go anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I am a little peeved that I did not get my password for that Black Twitter.
I don't know. Maybe you have to go to see like Kevin Hart live, and then they.
And then you go, hey, celebrity guest Joe, what do you rate Colossal?
God, I don't know how to rate it.
Well, no.
I
love robots. In Space with Zombies. Like a lot.
I don't know where I stand, I guess, is what I'm more saying. Because I am, I'm going to see it. I'm going to want to see it. I'm going to want to know, like, how are they going to unravel this and tie it all together? Is that something people say?
Sure.
I don't know.
How are they going to connect this to the X-Men franchise and get Deadpool in there?
How is Colossal and Colossus going to get down with each other? If I get invited to this movie, which I'm just shouting out, anybody who wants to invite me to this movie, I'll go with
what's
you.
up?
I'd like to go with you, like, a lot. I'm interested. It's got enough pulling me in there to see it, but I'm not promising anyone that it's going to be the best movie this year.
If I'm going to interpret
Hard stance.
that it's a somewhere between In Space with Zombies and Like a Lot.
Yeah, you guys, it's your puzzle to solve.
I mean, but
A cryptic answer.
you just gotta say one.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
Okay,
you just say it and then it happens.
Like the ping pong ball never lands on the net. It has to fall to one side or the
You're
other.
right. Let's just go In Space with Zombies
It's
because
a safe thing to do.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'll see it, but I'm not like, God, have you everybody heard about this movie? Let's do it. I want to know how you feel
I
like it.
stand with you, Joe. I'm giving it an In Space with Zombies because, again, lots of questions. Don't have the answers for them. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm in the dark. I'm like her. I don't know what's going on. I'm in that park. I'm touching myself, and there's a monster. There's a monster.
On the head.
There's a monster somewhere
Also touching itself on the head.
touching itself too, and I don't know how they connect yet, and I need to know.
I'm in Space with Zombies too, and my caveat for bumping it up to Like a Lot is that they are like, oh, when you go to the park, the monster does what you do, and they're like, fuck. Let's see if we can monetize this. Let's do like a webcam thing. You masturbate in the park, and then everybody watching the monster
Gets a
masturbate in
free
Korea.
show.
And we'll try to sell subscription service to that. If that's the twist of the movie,
Yeah.
congratulations, indie Hollywood. You just pulled me into the theater by the short hairs. I'm gonna say In Space with Zombies.
Nice.
I want to go back to. I'm not done. I actually thought of some real things now because here's the thing. It's a comedy action film is what it's listed as.
Okay.
The trailer didn't make me laugh. Like her scratching her head and then seeing a monster scratches its head. It doesn't really tickle my funny bone.
It's no Boss Baby.
It's no Boss Baby.
Oh.
So I'm not laughing.
Okay.
And if this supposed boss battle that we keep talking about happens, we have no clue it's going to happen. We have no idea if there's going to be some sweet-ass action scenes. We don't know if there's going to be a sweet-ass monster fight in this. And so if there is that a drop ball? Without it, I'm not really tempted to go see it in the theater.
Okay. Well, you looked at the budget. What do you think?
I mean, I didn't look at the budget. You asked me to.
Why do you have that page open?
And I did not. I'm just staring at Anne Hathaway.
There's a lot of things. It's like, if you just cut it down, you're like, okay, what are the questions I want answered? Like, how does she get to this mess? How's she going to get out of it? And along the way, will there be a boss fight? And as a writer's room, if you guys were like writing for this movie, what are the things the gags that you want to see or to write
Like a
in
monster
for like,
do.
yeah, what is going to happen that she's going to have to do? Like, is she going to be in the park? Like, I got to do this so the monster will do this, and then passerbys are like, what is that woman? What is wrong with this woman? She's doing this, and they're like,
That's a
you
good
don't
gag.
you don't know what I'm doing. Don't worry, just nothing to see here. But what are the gags that you're like, you want to see in this movie? Like, is she taking a piss in the park for some reason?
Yeah.
We want to see that, I guess. But
Big time want to see
And
that.
is it a comedy like that, or is it like a superhero origin story where he's like Shazam or something, where a little kid turns into a superhero? She's just a lady, turns into this big monster superhero. Is she gonna like start helping people? And again, if that is the movie, because we don't know what the movie is, the trailer's job is to pitch me on this movie. And again, so yeah, I'm very in Space with Zombies with this movie.
If she can't see, like what you were just explaining made me think, like if she can't see what she's doing from the monster's perspective and she has to battle another monster, she'll be very ill-equipped. Like unless there's like a live TV feed where she can be like, oh, okay, I'm seeing a wide shot of me as the monster and she like kind of DDRs herself to fight it, like based on that. Like that's the only way she'd be able to do it. This is not a good superpower.
No.
This is like a
Burden.
Big time.
Super burden.
It's a super burden.
What happens if they like quarantine that park or something? She
Yeah.
can't get to the park, but
Or
so
like-
she can't save the day.
They put the sprinklers on.
Yeah,
She doesn't
or
want, she
there's,
didn't want to
like,
get her dress wet.
a
Yeah.
field trip of children at the park, and she's like just going bonkers, and the pastor's like, arrest this woman, she's being lewd in the park.
The park pastor or
The park pastor, yeah. You guys aren't familiar with this concept?
Yeah.
the gag in the movie would be that people would be more concerned about a pastor around all the kids than
And Hathaway's like,
And
I'll
Hathaway.
rescue you from this pastor.
he looks like a babysitter. This guy's suspect.
Lots of questions, lots of creative answers. Hollywood, if you're listening, we're ready to write for you. When you start making trailers for the movies that you haven't finished writing yet, we're there to sweep up the crumbs and make a crumb cake for you. Can I say that was Colossal?
That was Colossal.
But I wanted.
Oh,
to
let me
say
just
it.
look at my notes again. Okay, Dan Stevens, Jason Sudeikis. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Gentlemen, this is the final rose tonight.
Luke, the only choice she's got.
She's not gonna move to a farm in those heels.
She's kissed them all with her tongue.
She's a walking venereal disease.
Chase.
Intro battle.
Is this the 5-0? Because we're basically the 8-0 in terms of doing a good intro.
All right.
That was a negative spin.
Yeah, I like that one, dude. You're just really good.
I just really tore into us on that one. Here's another one. Going in style, more like we're going out of style.
Or like we're going Gangnam style.
Oh, that's good. Is that
It's
yours?
not good.
Oh, okay.
How about grumpy old men style?
Go on. Oh, that was it.
Yeah, okay.
Grumpy.
You take it from there.
Grumpy old menstruation. I got nothing. We're back with our good pal, celebrity guest Joe Olmstead, and now I'm yelling. Sorry.
Yeah.
And we're here to review Going in Style, the new, say what? Zach Braff of Scrubs fame, of
Garden
that weird
State.
Natalie Portman movie.
Remember when Garden State was like the biggest thing in the world?
It'll change your life.
Yeah.
It was changing lives. It was.
The Shins were the band of the summer.
And you would drive down the street in the middle of the night, and you
With
want
your
to go,
manic pixie dream girl.
and you'd blast the Garden State soundtrack, and all was right in the world.
I think that's when millennials like wanted to go on adventures or calling things that weren't really adventures.
Yeah, it was just driving down the street in the middle of the night, like, whoa, we're on an adventure. It's
We're
like,
eating out of the bulk food, guys. True. I need to rewatch Garden State.
So this episode reviewing Garden State.
So couldn't be further from millennial culture. We're now going to review a trailer for a film about 3 old men who lose their job and become Robin Hoods. My question is this. You got your Arkin. You got your Caine. You got your Samuel L. Jackson, right?
God damn it. You did it. You did his
Did I
name.
do your joke?
You did his name last.
You got your Morgan Freeman.
You did his name wrong.
I'm sorry. Here, let me make it better by saying
The black Twitter right now is just lighting up.
heated. Let me fix my wrongs by saying which one of those guys are we? The 3 of us are pretty much going to end up as these going out in style guys at some point.
This Arkin guy, he's from Little Sunshine, Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah,
Okay.
among other
things. Yeah.
Okay. And
He's an up and
Caine.
comer.
Yeah.
Caine is the Batman,
Yes.
and Freeman
It's also
is
from Batman.
the Penguin Whisperer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. What movies are those?
That my question is,
Who's who?
and you
Oh, yeah,
can
okay.
destroy race lines however you see fit. Which one are you identifying as from this heist crew?
I mean, it seems pretty obvious, right?
I'm the short one, so I'm Arkin.
Could be.
Right? I mean, I'm not talking.
Well,
you can claim
That's how I
Arkin.
identify myself.
Arkin's a little more sassy, and I feel like Sean's
yeah.
a little more sassy.
Yeah.
Kaine's the leader, right?
Is he the leader? When he's a little more, or is he the wild card? No, Freeman's the wild card.
Freeman's
huh?
the wild card.
So
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay. So that's we don't even really
And
get
then
a choice.
Joe's the Caine.
Joe's Caine. Yeah.
The Cockney.
Yeah. How about them Batman movie alumni? Both of these guys were in Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
Dark Knight. In a movie where a bank heist kicks the whole movie off, right? The Joker, like, comes in with masks on and robs that bank. These guys witness that scene, essentially, and then aspire to become little point breaksmen of their own and bust in and rob a bank. Did this movie just watch Dark Knight Returns and crib their whole plot?
The jig is fucking up, Zach Braff.
I got your ass.
We are on to you.
You would get him if this movie was not a remake. From 1979.
Break it down for me.
Grumpy old man.
We got
the heist one.
We got George Burns. We got some other guys I don't know.
Just give me their names.
We got the third one.
All right. So I take
is
it
Michael
back.
Caine one of the original?
Christopher Nolan, we're fucking on to you. You saw Going in Style,
Original
1979.
recipe.
Extra crispy.
Very extra crispy. So and they play old men that are trying to get their pensions compensated for
I mean,
by robbing
it
a bank.
looks like the exact same plot from the director of Beverly Hills Cop.
What kind of, how many grumpy old stamps can I put on this? Can I do like grumpy old Ocean's 11?
There you go. Yeah.
Grumpy old Tower Heist?
It's kind of like a mix of the Ocean
Grumpy old
movies and the Expendable movies.
They're very expendable. These three guys in this trailer are eating all the time.
Yeah, they're always at that
They're
diner.
always eating.
Oh.
What the hell?
Well, they're old.
I get that, but I'm a human being. I have to eat. Like, my biopic isn't going to be just me in diners.
I
all
mean,
the time.
the real question is, I'm fine if they're eating. The real question is, are they finishing that food, or are they walking up halfway, leaving a full plate of food on the table as they leave?
That happens in movies and you don't like it?
That's going to piss me off.
Well,
I'll walk out of the theater.
If they're eating all the time, are they shitting all the time?
Yeah.
Are we going to see it?
Yeah. Is there a monster?
I don't know, but I know that they're definitely not finishing their whole thing, getting it boxed up, and then forgetting the box on the table. That's definitely happening. That's disgusting to me. I don't want to watch these guys eat and talk at the same time.
And very wrinkly? Am I allowed to say that? They're very wrinkly.
Yeah, well, it's shot in HD, so, I mean, you gotta be a little forgiving.
So, who is this?
Of the movie.
I feel like
wrinkly cats.
They're very wrinkly. Well, every time I watch these trailers now, I feel like we have to go in with a critical eye, right?
Go for it. Dig in.
And
Get your crowbar.
But my main question is always like, who is this trailer for? Or what are they trying to sell? And you talk about, movie theaters. It's a collapse of the movie theaters.
Everybody's Netflixing.
They're Netflix and they're streaming. Mm-hmm. And Hollywood's like, no, go to the movie theater. There's even the new Regal ads where it's like, oh, you want to watch this movie on your phone?
I don't think so.
Idiot. Look at this. It's huge. Mm-hmm. Wrinkly.
Yeah.
Very wrinkly.
Wrinkly old men in big, huge
big
IMAX screens. Bad idea.
Who's seeing this movie? Old ladies?
There's this movie called Grumpy Old Men. And I actually saw that.
Two of them, isn't there?
There's at least two. And yeah, there's Grumpy and Grumpier.
Yeah.
And I actually saw that movie, the first one, in theaters, if not both, which was just kind of like one of those, like, I was a kid that got drug along. So it seems like this movie could also be like, it could be every audience.
Well, it can't be for that audience, because that audience is probably dead.
You dead. Or they're you. And now you're older.
I see. So
that's how time works.
I guess what I'm saying is it's like pH balance for old people, but probably got enough fun stuff in there for the kids.
Grandma
and it's
tested,
clean enough.
Kid approved.
It's a family movie then. That makes sense.
But it's going to be a little blue because every fucking time Arkin doesn't understand a piece of technology, he slips in some type of sex pun, which is another complaint I have about movies about old people. I don't want to hear about their fucking junk. Yeah. I don't want to hear about how they fuck. Yeah. I don't want to hear about how they can't work an iPhone.
Yeah.
Movie may be banned list. I mean, not officially, but like seriously.
I just had a conversation with a lady friend.
How well did you know this?
For
this is obviously real.
Mm-hmm. She lives in Canada. You guys don't know her.
But she was saying how like old people all the time think they can get away with the groping and the pinching of the butt. And like, oh, hey, sweetheart, because they're old. But really, old people are just horny as fuck.
They're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, they are walking disasters.
And they're walking, sagging boners.
Shout out to all the old people listening, by the way.
Wasn't that the band name in Oh Brother or Out Now?
Saggy boners.
The Saggy Boner.
Soggy Boner Boys? Saggy Boner Boys?
The Saggy Boner Boys.
I have beef with old people in my daily life. You know, I have to deal with them in customer service aspects. I have to deal with them and whatever. I'm not fond of them. They're not fond of me. That's fine. The real deep-seated issue is I fear becoming them, and I have self-hatred because I will inevitably be an Arkin sometime in my life. I'm not going to pinch anybody's butt and think I can get away with it because I'm old, but I'll probably talk
starting now.
I vow. I'm giving up my life of butt pinching.
We're putting it on wax.
I mean, that's obviously the deep-seated fear here. So
will you start pinching banks?
I've always wanted to rob a bank. That has been like a secret, not so secret, like desire of mine. I've always wanted to be invisible.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to rob banks.
I mean, those go hand in hand.
They certainly do. They also help pinch butts.
I don't want to spread rumors, but kids listening, go try this, see if it works. I heard it's real easy to rob a bank.
Yeah.
Like, you just go up and you give them a note and you say, look, give me your money. Mm-hmm. I'm very serious.
Yeah.
There's a gun in my pocket right now. It's not my finger. It's definitely a gun. And they just go, yeah, I can't.
You have to do it.
Look, I have to do it. You put it on this paper. It's binding.
I have so many just journals full of how to bank heist ideas that I like, especially when I was a kid and just really into this idea, that I feel like I should just write bank heist movies. Like, this should be up my alley.
Step one. Well, if what I said is just true, it's going to be a really boring movie. It's going to be people handing other people papers and then walking out with a suitcase with a money sign on it.
There's no sweaty eyebrow to it. It's just walk in and ask for the money and leave. But because they're old, it's going to take them a long time to do that. So there's your ticking clock.
Yes, and these guys don't have any particular... They're not like guys who got out of the heist business who are getting back in. They're like inspired by a robbery that takes place while Michael Caine's at the bank.
Right.
Yeah.
So now we have to watch them try to like be first timers in a heist scenario, and then they
but they're going to be so good at it.
Well, I guess that's why we're gonna go to watch to find out like how much they bumble this shit and can they get away with it.
Well, because one of them compares it like a dance. They were choreographed like a dance. Mm-hmm. They went in there. Is one of them like a former dance instructor or like a little like Hollywood tippy tappy? And so he's
like Fred Astaire, a classic Hollywood tippy tappy.
Yeah, and so and then he's like so I want them like in the basement planning it out, but he's planning it out like a dance move.
Oh, okay, so he's like 5, 6, 7, 8.
And so then when they go in and they're robbing it, they're like, they play the boombox, then there's the music, and he's like 1, 2, 3, and they're doing steps.
Say hit me baby one more time.
Yeah, and then maybe there's even before they put the feet on the ground so he knows they're the step.
Yeah, because like with many heists, like heist movies, like people have a specialty.
Yeah.
So like with these three guys, and then there's the John Ortiz character who's like maybe helping them. There's got to be some sort of specialty or like designated like, here's your role, here's what you're gonna take care of, and so maybe there's some choreography.
Yeah, because the only thing they really kind of give us a glimpse to, this is really weird, I'm talking about the trailer right now, you see Morgan Freeman like on his phone, like doing some high-tech stuff.
He's the tech guy.
And that right there is kind of like, the believability of this film just went way down.
Because an old guy can't.
I don't believe that Morgan Freeman knows how to use a telephone.
He's the tech guy in the Batman movies.
Yeah,
he invents all the tech.
Luscious
Jackson.
Right, so maybe this is a part of the Batman universe.
There you go.
I think so. Extended Batman.
And then Arkin's special skill is he can guess who the Bachelorette is going to choose.
Can I tie it back to Grumpy Old Men? We got Anne Margaret.
Oh yeah,
she's like a favorite of the Grumpy Old Men
playing the
franchise.
same the same role.
It looks like it.
The very horny old gal.
She's a romantic interest, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she just talked dirty a little bit.
And Margaret was in 10,000 BC, right?
Yeah,
Am I wrong about that?
Well, she's been around. I don't think she was ever like a Bond girl, but she's like definitely been around as like an on-screen like crushable character, right?
Yeah.
Like fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm getting at is I'm pretty sure she's the first female I ever masturbated to. Almost 100% certain. If that's the actress from 10,000.
That was a
Didn't
long
you
way.
just say so?
That was a long way to go, and I wish you would have dropped me some hints so I could have like jumped off that
train? Yeah. Too late. You're there. Yeah. Elizabeth Shue was the first chick I ever pictured naked because of Karate Kid. And I'm pretty sure Anne Margaret was my first.
She was in The Swinger, The Tiger and the Pussycat, and Mr. Kinky. This all makes sense.
There you go.
Do I have to tell you which people I pictured naked?
What
is my...
Was it Alan Arkin? What cast member did you first masturbate to?
Keenan Thompson, all that.
Yes. Him, that Keelan Kell show when they were in the room and
once you go snick, you never go back.
Yeah, they're just covered in orange soda.
God damn.
Ooh, welcome to Good Burger.
So,
AC/DC.
What's their? Yeah, okay, that's a good.
That's a note I'm reading.
I've been bitching about this for a while now. Is AC/DC has popped up in a lot of trailers lately. I mean, they're always like a go-to trailer song band, probably because they like. Are just like, yes, pay us money to put our dumbass music in.
It's insane.
In trailers. But it's always funny to me, the song that the music directors choose for the trailers, because I was just bitching about this the other day. What was the one that should have used Highway to Hell? Chips. Chips should use Highway to Hell. They use Dirty Deeds. This should have used Dirty Deeds. It's about robbing a bank.
Oh, God, you're right.
What the fuck? What's their job in this movie? I did not understand. They work at some...
And their pensions are being cut. Mm-hmm. They have mortgage troubles.
Yeah, what's their job?
They're probably... Yeah, it looked like a factory or something. They're probably like Georgia Pacific employees who's just on the doorstep to retirement and then found out their pension's not going to kick in.
Let's get to the real question of this movie.
All right.
Are they going to die? And how many of them? Are they all dying? Is this like a Bonnie and Clyde situation where they have all the money and then they're like...
They get shot at...
They're like going over the cliff. Spoilers for that thing.
Oh, are you Thelma and Louise? Thelma and Louise?
Yeah, that one.
Well... are you asking if they're terminally ill and are going to die, and that's why they're like, we can do this because it doesn't matter, we're going to fucking die?
Well, no, but that's good. My question is just in general, are they going to die doing this heist, and they're going to like, or are they all going to go out with a bang? What I would hate to see is that they do the thing, and then the cops are like, well, I guess you had a good reason, and then they
you're
give
trying
them
to raise money for a charity,
and then they give them a slap on the wrist.
Do you think that this is going to pull the same kind of heist movie cliche that one of them all along knew, like, was just 20 steps ahead of everybody and, like, planted all the little things that incidentally happened or whatever, and, like, they were a bank robber this whole time and a total pro at it, but just like played it down to be like get a lesser sentence or something. I don't know, whatever. Because like that's always the case, right? Somebody's like at the end of the movie they have to be like, yeah, well, you know, back in the bank, and then you do a flashback and it's like so and so was flipping the switch when I was filling the bag, and like, but what you guys didn't know was in sub basement number 12, I was down there robbing the diamonds.
Or what about this? They're robbing the bank. But little do they know that other group is back to rob the bank. Mm-hmm. And they end up catching that group or somehow stopping them. And so then they're still kind of in trouble because it's like, yeah, you guys were robbing the bank too. Mm-hmm. But since you caught the other guys...
Gary Oldman's going to come in as Commissioner Gordon. He's going to be like, look, I was going to throw the fucking book at you. But because you're all Batman alumni, I'm going to lessen your sentence because you caught those bad guys.
Yes.
Or is Batman going to catch them...
and kill
robbing the bank? To inside Batman.
Really going off the rails here.
I was wondering, so I look at this, I'm like, Sean has some interesting points about...
what about my points?
It wasn't listening.
Wait, you're Sean, right? Which one are you, Sean?
It's interchangeable on this
movie
point.
baby A, movie baby B.
So, I didn't watch this trailer and go, oh yeah, there's gonna be some twists. I was just like,
not where you're
at. Grumpy old men.
Yeah.
Grumpy old men. Just gave it to me straight. But if there were some twists, that'd be interesting. But yeah, the thought of these old guys going to jail, I could see them being like, not quite Mr. Magoo, but like just so out of their element that they accidentally like tip the police off to those other bank robbers, or something like they stumble upon the plans of somebody else and they can like flip it. But really they're just trying to like fuck over this bank in a way. They've kind of come to the idea of like, these banks have really destroyed the country, and so let's do the Robin Hood thing like you said. And so I don't know where they're gonna go. I don't know. I can't relate to these old people.
Me neither.
I do know it ends with them in prison, and then it's them pulling the pranks in prison, and them kind of being like the prison heroes and leaders. Like, these guys, they're still at it. They're stealing the brownies from the cafeteria.
Because prisoners love pranks.
Yeah.
Oops, I dropped the soda.
Gotcha.
Classic prison gag.
And it's so funny rope, and they just pull it.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. It's like on a fishing pole soap.
What was the...
I've never been to prison.
Where one of them is like self-sacrifices and goes and tries to machine gun down the cops while the other ones get away.
That's what I'm saying. This is like, we want to see some dead old people.
Yeah. I hope someone gets bodied in this movie.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, if you kill off everyone, the lady has to be pregnant. Because it has to be the passing of the torch.
Yeah, at one point, like, that's how you know. That's how you know the movie's gonna go that direction, is because sometime after the supermarket scene where it's like, oh, Anne Margaret, you're so horny, and then there's like a cut scene where it's like they definitely do it, and then at some point when she's like, yeah, but guess what, Alan Arkin, I'm pregnant. That's when you know he's fucking dead.
Yeah. And little do you know, she slept with all three of them, so all three of those babies are in there.
There's a baby free. That's how that works?
I think that's triplets.
Okay. What do you think the cabbie hat and fedora budget was on this movie?
Whoa.
Probably pretty high, because I feel like all those characters are rocking dumbass old man headwear.
Is there going to be a bucket hat? Can we get some of those with a fishing lure in stuck in it? Wow,
it's probably just from Zach Braff's like personal collection.
Oh yeah,
so
we haven't talked enough about him.
God damn, Braff. So, what have you done for me lately, Braff? Has he been in anything?
Speaking of Braff, did you say Raff?
Oh yeah, go for it.
We've got Raphael in this trailer.
Now,
probably
you
in this movie.
mentioned that before we started rolling. What do you mean by that?
I guess I don't know what happened during the bank scene too much, because I kept being distracted by the fact that it was Raphael from the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
The
Nobody's
voice
gonna know.
of and the man in the suit.
Yeah, the actor's name it's either Josh Pays or Pies, and I don't know. Now I just see him as Raphael. But
how do you know that? Just from the voice?
Well, yeah, I recognized him.
And just from that body.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do any other kind of homework for this.
He wasn't wearing a red bandana, so I don't understand how you knew it was
true.
him.
He's just a classically trained turtle. And in this, he sticks out. We've got a little scene where we see Alan Arkin, like, being chased down by some sort of grocery store security or something.
They're practicing stealing before they do the heist, so they're stealing from grocery stores. And
they're going through the motions.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, did they do that in Spring Breakers?
Yeah, there's a practice thing at the convenience store.
So this is like a grumpy old Spring Breakers.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be in bikinis for most of the movie, wearing Pussy Riot masks.
Is there going to be like, are they going to skate by on the fact that they're old and like, so like they're the least suspectable characters to be doing bad stuff because they're old?
That's what
are they going to play that up?
They're playing up when he's getting chased and stuff. They're definitely going to have like excuses like, "What do you mean I stole the?"
Yes.
Like, yeah, I think you're right. You're onto something here. That's the old person alibi. But guess what, olds? We're fucking on to you too. Nolan, Braff, old people.
I think it's been pretty clear where this podcast stands on old people.
We're calling y'all out.
No more butt pinching.
We're never going to be like you.
Ever. I'll take a gun to the dome before I become an Arkin.
Before this podcast is over.
All right, well,
make sure of it.
Let's rate this before we piss off too many people.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say I love robots because I hate old people.
Wow, just to the point.
Yeah, I cut quick and I cut deep. I'm like a Hori Hatanzo katana.
Joey, What do you got for this?
I guess I tend to side with Sean with anything because he talks about putting his gun to his dome kind of stuff. If he's got a gun,
have a suicide pact.
If he does have a gun, then I will say I love robots. I'll watch it, but it'd be I gotta do some, laundry and some stuff around the house, and this is gonna be on TV. I'm not really excited to go spend money at the theater.
You guys are just not in style. This was my favorite trailer
of the episode.
I mean, it's not saying much, but I give this In Space with Zombies, and I think, at least with this one, I know what it's about.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
I'm going to get comedy. I'm going to get some crime time. I'm going to get a little bit of horniness. And I'm going to get maybe not some laughs, but at least some jokes, and I can recognize, that was a joke.
That was supposed to be humor.
That's where you would laugh.
Are you gonna watch the original before you go see the new one?
Ooh, yeah, there's probably a double feature, right?
There you go. We'll have to do it. Now we've committed ourselves to it.
Show the original.
Oh, God.
George Burns.
But it's one of those family movies. I bet you there's some kids. No, there isn't, is there?
No.
There is no kid now.
No, if you are the kid, listeners, if you're the child of a parent who's going to drag you to this movie, I need you to call CPS right now because you're being abused. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
It's just a good TV movie. If this was on TV and I was
commercial interruptions
and I was a kid and I was and I don't have Netflix and this was in the past and
it was on TBS
and it's on TBS
a 24-hour marathon.
There's nothing else on. And Nintendos were too expensive. I would watch this.
Got a lot of particulars to be able to get into
those situations, I would watch this movie.
All right. I'm wondering if this is a labor of love for Zach Braff. Is he a big fan of the original and was oh, it's time.
Bring it back.
It's
time for us.
Because he basically hasn't done things since that Garden State movie.
He's coasting
in
on 2000. State. He's just been sitting here since 2009, poring over script revisions for going out with style.
He's probably how people line up for the Nintendo Switch. He's in line in front of the copyright office waiting for Going in Style to come free to public domain, and he's buying that up. He's I got it. You sent it in, and here we are.
Devin, I know you've got to get on the road. Joe, I know you've got a sports game to get to.
I'm here all night.
I feel like this is a good opportunity for ourselves to go out in style. Any parting words you want to give?
Yeah, just kind of look out for my podcast that I put out called Baby Movies, where we talk about movies that feature babies or babies featured in movies. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I hope you have me on as a guest for the Baby's Day Out episode.
Yeah. I've got you down for Rosemary's Baby, Devin, since I know you love horror movies.
No, that's not true.
Wait, which one's Devin?
I'm the Morgan Freeman. Just listen to my sexy voice.
I'm the Anne Margaret.
And that was going out in style.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Halt! Halt! What are you chasing me for?
Don't make me tase you.
This is not an admission of guilt. I'm just tired.
Don't stop me!
And that's the show!
Yes, touchdown dance. I just ate a whole friggin' box of Fruity Pebbles in one sitting.
And now, look at your energy.
I'm jacked.
You gotta go to bed.
Damn it. I also had a Benadryl because I'm having this weird, topical allergic reaction, which also happens seasonally and makes these little red bumps pop up on my hands.
Dog. You can't mix those?
Yeah.
You can't mix Fruity Pebbles with Benadryl?
It's gonna really fuck with me.
Oh, Sean, your hair's turning.
No!
It's turning colors.
It's the peanut butter solution.
It's a rainbow. Thanks to celebrity guest Joe Olmstead, former roommate.
Oh, yeah. Actual glue that made this household actually function.
And now look at it.
I mean...
Please don't look at it.
Yeah.
But we had a reunion, and we didn't even hype it up.
I know. That's a bummer.
Well, let's do the hyping right now.
Yeah.
This is a reunion episode.
It was.
Housemates in the house.
Nice. Great to have Joe back. Always a pleasure to goof around with our good man. Hopefully we'll have him back again soon. If you, listening to this, have suggestions like, hey, put me on the show, or review this trailer, or you just want to like leave us a line, suggestion about what combinations of breakfast cereal and over-the-counter drugs to take, drop us a line at moviebabies.com. Drop us a line on our Facebook. Drop us a line on our Twitter.
And we're also on, here's the list. We have a list now. We're on iTunes.
Damn.
Stitcher.
Ugh.
Google Play.
What?
And we're now on YouTube. You can listen to the whole episode on YouTube.
Doesn't seem possible, but I'll take your word for it.
It's technology. It's the phones in the brain. We're back to it.
I think that's it.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay.
I think we've talked about everything.
Yeah.
We might have talked about it a little too much. Visit us at www.moviebabies.com. Because, Sean, we don't have time for a 2-minute trailer.
It's morphin' time!
That's the Movie Babies.